Match reaction, Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. Your reaction to that game?
It's a bit, first half was a bit poor. And then we lose a goal just on half time. You know, I look at that when he's come off. Are we running out of bandages? Have we got no stitches inside the dressing room? You know, a bit of Vaseline, and I'm sure Ineos will be looking down. Hang on a minute, we've got 3 doctors there doing absolutely jack. We can get rid of 2 of them. No, it wasn't a great first half. You know, they could have scored at the beginning. We didn't. We had a few half chances. We huffed and we puffed. But the second half, we started off great, quick football, playing it out to our left-hand side. Garnacho causing their right back plenty of problems. You know, and it was a great equaliser and a great second goal. But then you're wondering about, can we hang on? You know, I'm looking at my clock against those European kingpins, Brentford. I'm looking at my clock thinking, we got 3 or 4 minutes left here. Come on, blow your whistle, blow your whistle. But listen, a win's a win. You know, we go to West Ham now. Obviously, we go to Turkey on Thursday night, and then we go to West Ham. But it's imperative that we carry on this run now, get a bit of momentum. You know, like I say, it wasn't a great performance. I thought Brentford was poorish. You know, got in some good positions, but didn't really create out. Jeremy and Net did okay, apart from obviously no chance with the header. But no, listen, 3 points is 3 points, kid, and where we was, and you know, saying that we've not scored a goal for 7 weeks, you know, if you're thinking, Christ's sake, you know what I mean?
What did you make of like the positives and the negatives so in that first half? Because obviously we went in 1-0 down.
I just thought the football was too slow. You know, we wasn't creating any spaces, we wasn't looking dangerous, you know. It was going backwards a lot or sideways, you know, and Brentford just sat in banks of 4, you know, and we didn't have anyone to break it down, and then you're looking at Bruno and Eriksen to try and open the doors, and it just didn't work. And then obviously they scored on the end of the first half, and you're going in 1-0 down, and you know the crowd's getting a bit toxic, you know, they're not happy what to see. But listen, second half was it 2 minutes in, the goal, great goal, and then for the next 15-20 minutes we passed the ball quicker. And I'm not saying we look like we look like a decent team, but there you go.
Have you got to praise then Ten Hag, the coaching staff, the players, in the way they responded then in that second half where we after being a goal down?
No, I'm not praising them. No, near that kid. No, being serious, that was a joke. Something's happened, hasn't it? Someone's, you know, for the way they've kicked on in that first 15-20 minutes of the second half, where we wasn't on the first half. It was too slow, and then when he gets that second goal, we start going back to our old bad ideas of passing it back, you know. And you would have, you know, years ago under Fergie, I keep going back to this, and I shouldn't. 2-1, you'd feel comfortable. But with us now, you know, I was saying to you before, I'm looking at the watch thinking, come on, referee, what fucking minute over there, get your whistle blown against Brentford. So there you go, but a win's a win at this point of the season. We needed to win after what had happened, you know, at Villa and the international break. You know, the pressure on the manager, pressure on some of the players, you know, not coming to the party. But then again, I thought Jonny Evans was mint again. You know, and I was on this channel when he signed, and I seen some of the comments. You know, I don't watch any of the videos, but I read the comments. Webby, you're a clown, you don't know what you're on about. John Evans is past it, blah, 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 blah. Jonny Evans is mint. And I wish, you know, if you had a genie here now, I'd get as much money so I'd be a quid behind your dad. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the second one would be make Jonny Evans 10 years younger, because he's absolute colossal, and he proved it again today. But, you know, we can't rely on the likes of Jonny Evans, but at the moment we've got to. He's been our best defender for the last season he was. You know what I mean? But
yeah, talking about John.
I thought Ligt played well today. I thought it's probably his best game for the club. You know, he looked solid. He looked like the centre half. We knew what he was about when he bought.
Just keeping on Ligt there as well, was it a good thing to see as well that he did have an injury on his head, but you seen like a commitment, a fight of wanting to get back onto the pitch as well, Webber?
The Dutch are up the wall. They're up the wall. They don't care, the Dutch. You know, they're mad as that Wivenshaw mob and the Salford mob. They're crazy, you know. Then you see certain players the other week posting pictures of a little cotton head and never to be seen again. You know, so where's he? You know, and a nice boy from London and all that. Gabe. No, Ligt is a proper man. These Dutch are hard characters. You know, it doesn't surprise me. You know, he could have played on there with blood streaming in his eyes. He didn't want to go off. No, so no fair play to him when he's come on. And like I said, I thought it was probably his best game for the club today.
Going back on the players, Webby, going further up the pitch, though, we've heard Ten Hag in recent weeks talk about rotation. Is he going to start rotating Garnacho again, or should he be just sticking on that left-hand side and Rashford on the right? Because we've seen Rashford there assist Garnacho, and what a finish that was in the second half from Garnacho.
I just wish Ahmed would get more game time. I really do. You know, I look at the kid there and he's hungry and he's going at players. You know, and is he going to start making noises that he's not getting a game? I would. Because when I see some of the performances recently at M2, you know, I look at Villa Park, Rashford was lucky he never got sent off. You know, Garnacho was more of a wing-back than a winger. You know, no, I don't want this rotation. I didn't like, you know, Ireland coming off after 72 minutes for Xerxes, yeah. You know what I mean? And he should have controlled it and made it 3-1. Now, he needs to realise what club he's at and get the basics right, because controlling a ball within 8 yards of the goal on your weaker foot, work on your weaker foot in training. We all know he's got a left foot and he's left-sided. Don't try and control it with your left where it is there. Work on that, work on your weaknesses. Stay out an extra hour like the likes of Cantona did in the day, practising free kicks. It comes to the party. You know, the proof's there with the training, but no, listen, it's the right time to rotate players, but I don't like this one I was doing a few weeks ago where taking the centre half. So if you take your centre half off, if he's injured, or you 10-0 up, not when you're getting beat or you're drawing in. You know, that back five has got to be a unit and then you build on that back five. You look at teams now who are miles ahead of us, very rarely see them change the back five unless it's injury. You don't rotate. Yeah. You don't. They might do it then playing a load of clowns in another cup, then you might see the odd one, but they never take. You never see Guardiola, I don't like mentioning his name on his channel, taking a centre half off unless he's injured, or they're winning 4 or 5.
Great assist from Rashford though, for the Garnacho goal. Like you're saying about performance levels, you know, people putting it in. On today's showing alone in isolation, does Højlund, Garnacho and Rashford start the next game and upcoming games then for you instead of this rotation? I know you've talked about Diallo, but basing on today's performance.
I think Ahmed will start over on Thursday for one of them. I might be wrong. I just think he needs a run of games. And I look at Anthony when he come on at Villa. He started to have a bit of a go. Give him a run of games, because obviously last year was a poor year for him with his performance and what he had off of the pitch. But give him a run of goals. Give him a start Thursday. Just give him a start and see what. If he doesn't come with it, then make it hard for the manager to pick his wingers at West Ham next Sunday. Let them two come on, put performance in. Well, hang on a minute. If they're not doing it, I've got 2 lads here who are chomping at the bit. So I'd play them 2 Thursday away and see how it goes.
Yeah, different people since the game finished about Marcus Rashford. Some seem to think that it was his best game of the season today. Others are just saying basically he was just going through the motions, but he did provide a good assist. But I want to know your take most importantly.
My thing on Marcus is that when he broke onto the scene, local lad, unbelievable. You know, his debut, look at his debut and his debut in the league. And plays it bad form. But this has gone on too long, Kieran. You can have like 3 or 4 games out. Cause let's have it right. He was a regular for England. He was probably one of the first names on the team sheet. Now he can't even carry the water bottles. Yeah. So I'm looking and I keep seeing these videos of him when at Old Trafford Place he's training. No one it's on and it does look good. But sometimes it just goes from your game. You know, he doesn't want to play bad. But I'm looking at the contract he's on and the money. Christ's sake, man. You know what he earns in a week? I'd never earned in my lifetime on this earth. Hopefully he comes back to what we know he can do. But I think Marcus, if he starts a match off and it goes a bit wrong first 5 minutes, I think he's gone for the game. You know, if a fullback hits him or a miss, because you know he's got pace. Listen, one thing defenders hate, whether it's Premier League, FA Cup or Europe, is pace. He's got it in abundance. You know, but I think if it doesn't go right from the start of the game, Kieran, I just think that his head goes down. You know, the fans are singing his name again. You know, that should be a pick-up for him. You know, if I'm a fullback against Marcus Rashford, thinking I'm up for the game here, I've got to be on my A game today, else I'm getting roasted. Yeah. And it was only when we swapped, or when Garnacho was running there right back, we looked like a team. So hopefully Marcus, listen, Thursday night he could score tonight. I think he's been playing better than he was last year, but it's still not the Marcus Rashford of old, by nowhere near it at all.
Well, I think we've moved up, is it to 11th or 10th place in the Premier League, so that's a bit of a smile on our face.
Christ, we're living the dream, aren't we?
Yeah, we are indeed.
Christ's sake. But hey, listen, Kieran, we had to win today. It was imperative. There's no point of drawing or getting beat. We had to win today. We're 10th, title charge incoming. I can feel it in my water.
Yeah, I'm not too sure whether you're joking there or not, but I'm sure a lot of you will comment on that in the comments section.